What do I do? I am Simone Linehan and I've been a graphic designer for probably about 28 years and also a visual artist for less time, but increasingly I'm becoming more of a visual artist as that is my absolute passion. I have always drawn, picked up a pencil at about 2. Mum always said, you know, as soon as you could pick up a pencil you're drawing, not even on the walls, but just actually on paper. So drawing, went to art classes as a kid. And then after year 11 at high school, I didn't adore school. And, you know, I was okay at school, but Mum actually pulled a little ad out of the newspaper and it was for a graphic designer, junior graphic designer position. And she said, I think you'd be quite good at this. And I actually had a bit of a folio going because my dad had become a graphic designer. And I got that job, and then it just snowballed and I kept doing it, and then I kept painting, kept drawing on the side, and a lot of my illustrations were in my graphic design work as well. I have a very specific memory of probably being in about year 9 and wanting to do my design or piece of artwork a specific way, and the teacher saying, no, that's wrong, that's not how you do it. And I actually really remember thinking, I thought art was individual and I thought that it came from here and not there. Overcoming that, I gave up art at school, but I just tended to do it for me at home, and that was how I did it. It wasn't until I had kids that I actually started picking up a pencil again, and actually they were so inspiring. And then to actually see parts of yourself in them and what they enjoy. I think we were actually influencing each other, and I do remember one of them saying, oh, I can't draw like you, so I'm not going to draw. And so I had to squash that for them and say, no, everyone can draw. We're all individual, we all have to do it our own way. I actually do completely believe that every human being is creative. It's just where it comes out, and my creativity comes out in visually. I love colour, I love nature. Nature is creative to me. Acrylic paints are probably my absolute fave, only because of the strength and the depth of colour that you can get from acrylics, and that you can layer and layer and layer. But I also adore an 8B pencil, which is a beautiful black, gorgeous pencil, and yeah. I would probably call myself a bird nerd. I have just started painting birds and flowers and, you know, flora, fauna. And I'm really enjoying that, and the way that I'm painting it is in a more illustrative way. But I also adore abstracts, which abstracts to me can be nature as well. You know, there's so much in nature that just, you know, is inspiring, and the shapes and the patterns and the repetition. So yeah, probably, yeah, definitely birds though, and creatures. I love creatures, and I draw lots of crazy creatures that don't exist on this planet. When I'm creating a piece, I do get very involved in the piece, and I do fall in love with pieces of, you know, that piece of artwork. And it depends what sort of mood I'm in. You know, if I'm in a really colourful, bright, crazy mood and that's what I'm doing, then that's my favourite. But then if I'm in a more illustrative mood, you know, that would become my favourite. My artwork hanging in Bondi Lane, there is a thing that happens in my head, and I think it's most artists have this, where you challenge yourself. There's a thing that you feel like you're not a proper artist unless maybe you're painting very realistic, very, you know, highly rendered, hyper-realistic paintings, which I don't do. And so I thought, well, I'm not that. I'm very graphic, I'm very illustrative. I like bold, flat colours, so I actually just put what I was feeling and who I thought I probably was as an artist straight on the canvases. Advice I would give to new and emerging artists is just keep going, just keep doing what you're doing and be brave. It is a hard world out there now in terms of there's so much saturation, so you have to have your own voice. Be really authentic.